Ja, hallo, Stuttgart-Schwarz für euch wieder. Wir sind hier im Backstage-Bereich im alten Zollamt in Stuttgart. Ronan Harris.
Britney Spears hier.
Mit Britney Spears. Ich habe jetzt nicht Boy George gesagt. Ronan, nachdem du unser letztes Interview hat er mich komplett in Englisch führen lassen und haben mir nicht verraten, dass er so gut Deutsch spricht. Heute mal ein bisschen Deutsch, da muss ich weniger nachdenken.
Du kannst mich auf Deutsch fragen, aber ich werde auf Englisch antworten.
Können wir es auch umgekehrt machen?
Nee.
Schade.
Du auf Französisch, ich auf Spanisch.
Alors, parle français?
D'accord. Non, j'ai apprenu français à l'école, mais je parle seulement un petit peu français.
C'est juste?
Yeah, exactly. What's going on?
Er macht jetzt kein Französisch, hier wird jetzt lustig gefallen oder so.
Ja, hier gekifft.
Er macht Französisch.
Hilfe! So.
Ronan, erste Frage an dich. Heute, wie ging das letzte Spiel Hamburg gegen St. Pauli aus?
I'm a Manchester United fan. As that man over there knows. I'm a Manchester United fan and all I fucking care about. Sorry, I shouldn't swear.
Manchester United.
All I care about is that Man United win the Champions League.
No,
That's all I care about. Yeah, okay. Sure, alright.
You saw that game against Inter Milan?
Are we doing an interview here or are we just going to do the sport reports?
Yeah.
Christ almighty, what's next? Film reviews. And we'll be talking later about fashion tips. We've got some great ideas. What the hell? What kind of an interview is this? I've never done one like this before. Mom, Dad, please pay the money so I can go home.
Very seriously now.
It's very serious now.
Also Ronan weiß nicht, wie das Spiel Hamburg-St. Pauli-Ausgang ich verrate es ihm nachher und zeige ihm am besten nochmal das ganze Spiel in voller Länge, damit er auch was zu genießen hat mit mir, aber ich darf ihm jetzt nicht vertrauen. Ronan, wichtigste Frage für die Fans hier, für alle, ist natürlich, wie ist der Stand der Dinge?
What do you think of Borussia Dortmund? Come on. Exactly. That's what a St. Pauli fan says when he hears about Borussia Dortmund. Now, come on, ask me a question. You were going to ask me the most important question in the world. Apfel sure.
Important question, okay. Also dann stelle ich jetzt die important questions. Ronan, was die Fans am meisten interessiert, ist natürlich, wie ist der Stand der Dinge, was ein neues Album von B&B Nation angeht. Euer letztes Album ist jetzt auch schon ein bisschen her. Wie weit seid ihr gerade in der Entwicklung? Seid ihr im Studio oder?
I'm working on it in the studio. I've been working on it for God's sakes! I love doing that. People take me so seriously when I shout. I've been writing the album, like at least writing songs and working on the construction of songs. For me, the song has to work if I play it on a piano or if I play it in a full production. I've been working on it since early last year. And I would say right now, from the point I went into the studio and said, right now I'm working on the album, I'm about 50% through the process. There are some breaks, and it's important not to only work on it. I'm doing a remix for Roter's I'm doing a remix for Within Temptation, believe it or not. The new single, and I would never, normally I only do a remix if I have time first, and if I really like the song. And I thought, okay, I'd like to work on something different. They sent me the song, and seriously, the hair on my arm was standing at 90 degrees. Wow. It is it's a powerful song. So I wouldn't say no. I'm doing another remix for another band, which I can't say at the moment. That's the biggest thing I've ever done.
The Cure?
No. I said it's the biggest thing I've ever done. And
the Beatles.
That's the problem with doing a mix for Depeche Mode. The fans will never listen to the remixes. The real Depeche Mode fans don't listen to the remix. That's my opinion.
You think
seriously? Yeah. There's a couple that are really good, but anyway. So back to the thing. I'm taking breaks to do mixes. I'm doing a cover version with Leatherstrip of an 80s gay disco song, which is fun. So Klaus is singing "Native Love" by Divine. No! Yeah, serious. And I'm doing the music on the modular systems for Modcom, and it sounds brilliant. So that'll be out soon. That's just for fun. Let me see what else. And I also do other productions in my spare time. So I work on an album, and the ideas are always there. Even if I'm working on something else, I go back to it. After I'm finished whatever I'm working on, I go back, I open a song, add something new, and it's great. It's the best way to work.
heißt ein Zeitpunkt oder ein Datum, wann das Album das nächste rauskommt.
Well, the tour is already booked, so the album has to be ready before the tour.
Aha.
So I have. Yeah, we're going to be playing in Stuttgart.
Okay. And wann ist die Tour? Da müssen wir auch an das Album suchen. Herbst. Also es kommt vor Herbst dann noch ein neues Illumination-Album raus. Herbst 2011. Ja.
2022. I heard that from a fan who was joking about it. But anyway, somebody didn't put a cigarette out. It was probably me. Go ahead. Come on, Johnny. Come on, keep the questions going. Come on, come on.
Ich bin sehr gemütlicher Mensch. Du musst immer Zeit geben.
Habe ich gemerkt, ja. Wir waren zusammen, letztes Mal waren wir zusammen im Backstage in Longhorn.
Longhorn, Stuttgart, ja.
Wir haben lange miteinander geredet. Ja. War super.
Mit St. Pauli-Shirt, ja.
Und der Reiter getrunken, deswegen war er da. Niemand versteht mich.
Ja, ich muss ja auf Englisch machen. Meine Schuld gewesen.
Your English is awesome.
It's horrible.
Shut up. Come on, next
It's
question.
horrible.
Do you think people are sitting at their work like, oh Christ, watching this interview thinking, when are they going to say something?
They got nothing to do.
Right.
So really say that no, they got nothing to do and they listen to it. Believe me. Also, Ronan, nächste Frage. Ich muss jetzt wieder den Übergang finden.
This is the weirdest interview I've ever done. God, next thing is hand puppets are going to come out.
Wir haben noch nichts geschluckt, wir haben keine Drogen genommen, wir haben nur das irgendwas im Bier drin.
Leider.
Nein.
Leider haben wir das eingenommen.
Das bin ich allein hier. Also, wenn eine Band wie ihr schon so viele Alben gemacht habt, ja, dann braucht ihr auch irgendwie neue Ideen. Ich denke mal, die Gefahr ist doch dann lieber dabei, dass man sagt, wenn das nächste Album kommt, die kopieren sich selber oder das ist nichts Neues. Und wenn ihr was Neues macht, dann heißt es, die hört sich ja gar nicht mehr an wie schwierig ist es nochmal?
I've noticed a pattern with a lot, not all obviously, but a lot of the VNV fans, the hardcore fans. They never take, the new album is difficult for them. They like it, but it's difficult for them.
Always.
But the previous album, they like, suddenly they think, oh, the last album was better. And I always find this really weird. The really interesting thing for me is VNV's music is not for a set little group of people. Mm-hmm. It's for everybody if they hear it. And that works, that's more easy to see in English-speaking countries because obviously the lyrics come across very easily, the context and the semantic. Mm-hmm. It attracts people from every different background. We see this at our concerts, that people find they're not there because they think it's trendy, they're there because they find meaning in it. That is the most important thing for me. We are not an institution, we are not a trend, we're not some elite club. Yeah. We're not this is for everybody to be shared with everyone. This is about the human experience of thinking different and feeling different than what is advertised to you as this is the norm. And I was never that, and even if we all work in normal jobs and are productive people, we can still feel something about us is different. We see the world differently, we feel differently, we want more, we're not dumb, stupid Neanderthal people. So it's really for that kind of intellectual mindset. It's a little bit like poetry. What's really weird is some of the lyrics of VNV Nation are actually taught in schools and universities in America. They're actually on the poetry courses. I heard this from professors, and I'm like, what? I get faxes, well, not faxes, but yeah, faxes through email, and I get emails from people asking, we need this for the class, can you give us some insight into the song, for example, Legion or something? And I thought, like, I thought, okay, who paid you to come here and say that? I really thought this was a joke, like somebody had paid their father to come and do this. And I wouldn't believe it, and then I saw it, like actually physically, like they're discussing, because they think, and this is important, poetry was something people did a lot until, say, middle of last century. Mm-hmm. Pop music, or music in general, is the poetry of today. This is how we express ourselves. Poetry was how people expressed themselves then. So modern music is what we have to say who we are. And I've always used the band as a way for me to say who I am and communicate with people like me. So after all these albums, you were saying this, one of the most important things for me is that writing a song is great. I can't stop writing songs. I have no problem. They're playing in my head all the time. On my phone, I record melodies, sing half lyrics, walking down the street. People think I'm mad. I don't fucking care.
Always ideas.
I can't help it. And it's always when I'm working on something else. Cooking. Fucking washing my face. Or, you know, like cleaning the fucking floor. Like, oh, song. You know, I do stuff like this, right? And nobody believes me. Anyway, they think I have like this army of Filipino maids at home, like coming in, oh, Mr. Harris, we clean the apartment, yes? They think that I'm actually the person, you know, cleaning the floor, doing my laundry. And my neighbors are...
He even writes songs while having sex, I suppose.
No, that's never happened actually. No, I'm a man. When you're having sex, all upper brain functions shut off.
Okay.
You just concentrate on, I don't care who you are. That's unfortunately how men are. We're built that way, and there's nothing we can do about it. So deal with it. The difference is, the hardest part is trying to find a sound for a song that fits to the mood and fits to what you're trying to say, but also is not a repetition. It's not like something you've done before. It would be, I cannot go back and make Future Perfect again because so much time has passed.
Yeah.
I would have to try to emulate it, copy it. This sound comes from what you know at the time, the instruments you use, the limitations of technology, a million factors. So it's not possible for me to go back and sound like Empires or Future Perfect or anything like that. It's only possible for me to take new influences and go forward.
You mean it's like a diary that belongs to this time?
Yeah, this is it's a kind of a zeitgeist thing.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of where you are in your life, and that's what B&B is about. So when people criticize and say, oh, Empires was the best album and everything else, it's not a product. This is not an automat where you push a button and whatever you order comes out. It's not a coffee machine. This is a living person's expression. And there are far too many people in all music who like all kinds of bands. If you like Depeche Mode, you see this on the Depeche Mode forums. If you like any band, there are people who will always react like that. They want to push a button and their experience from 1999 or 2001 or 2005 will happen again.
And the spirit.
The spirit can't happen. Look at it this way. The first time somebody heard Beloved, for example, they were maybe deeply affected, maybe they were.
Paralyzed.
But they will never repeat this first experience. This can never come back. So they will have great memories of that experience, but there are new experiences every day. That's the thing. Don't get stuck in the past. Move forward. And I'm kind of saying this all the time.
Okay. So it's very important now, this change.
It's not. We're not going to use banjos on the next album. Don't worry. I mean, skiffle board and banjos. Don't worry about that. I love electronic music. I will always love electronic music. But what's really funny, talking about, you know, we were talking a few minutes ago about drums and guitar. You know, I emulate a guitar sound on a track because I think it matches it. It's a synthesizer. And people come up and go, I hate these guitars. And I think, well, it's not a guitar, it's a synth. Yeah, but I hate it. Okay, but you have no problem when I pretend to be an orchestra or when I pretend to be something else. So it's really, it's still electronics. There's no guitar. It's all done with synthesizers. So where's the fucking problem? This is...
Okay, so no bongos on the next
album. No bongos.
But you can try, I don't know the name in English, but in German we call it Alphorn.
We call it the Alpine horn, or the
Alphorn, yeah. You can try it.
Or the French horn.
Yeah. That's better.
French horn.
French horn.
I actually have an orchestral collection on the computer that I can do a fantastic emulation of a French horn.
Yeah.
I will make a mix just for you, just with French horn and Alpine.
You do it in a version of French horn?